ladies, welcome to another vlog here in Barcelona. This week we are going to try new things and step outside our comfort zone. We are starting by trying Reformer Pilates for the first time ever. I am already dressed up and the bag is packed. The company I work for pays for half of a membership that gives me access to a lot of studios in Barcelona. I realize it is a great chance to try new things. As it is summer but I'm still working, I have no vacation. I said, okay, let's do something fun and let's try new stuff. I thought it would be fun sharing all of this with you. I know it is hard trying things for the first time and probably sucking at it at the beginning because, as we say in Spain, nadie nace aprendido. So we've got to learn and give everything a try, so we'll do that today. And if you haven't noticed, this is my bedroom. I finished painting it yesterday night and put everything back in. And in the upcoming weeks, I'm aiming to decorate a little bit better, as now it's super plain. I like it, don't get me wrong, it is much better than it was before, but I want to play a little bit around and have fun decorating the room, so I'm going to be doing that and sharing that as well. If you have any suggestions, please, they are more than welcome. I'm not feeling very creative right now, so the more ideas that I have, the better. Alright then, let's go on our first adventure. Hello again, I am back from the studio. The studio was called Edan Studio and it was beautiful. Like, I loved it. Super nice, comfortable and welcoming, I have to say. Just when I came in, I was with my scooter, like the girl straight away opened and said like, oh, you can leave this here, and I was like, oh God, thank you, because I'm always worried where I'm going to leave it. Anyway, it is not far from home. As it was my first time, they called me in the class like 5 minutes before everyone. So the instructor, Joan Manel, could introduce himself and also introduce me to the reformer, because I've never used that machine before. And honestly, I was looking at it like, how does this work? And he was so nice and explained everything super calmly, super easy. And I booked myself an online class, so it was Pilates, but it's more focused on beginner people or people who want a little bit to connect with themselves and with the body, not that much like push themselves. I wouldn't say that a line class is for that, but I would 100% recommend it. My experience was near 10 out of 10, which is starting the week very strongly. It is perfect for people like me who you already work out. Like, I already go to the gym and do strength training. I do not think that the class I did today would count as a strength training session. No, I wouldn't say so. But it is perfect if you are a person who you are always in your head, like I am. I'm always thinking about work and like serious stuff and adult stuff. And sometimes I need someone to say, calm down, breathe, inhale, exhale, and feel your body. And that lesson, and Joan Manel, the instructor, he did that with me and it worked perfectly, and he tried to make me feel super comfortable all the time. So he would be coming up and saying, hey Clara, you're doing it very well. Okay, like remember to engage your core or whatever. And he was like, oh, have you done sports before? Like, you know, saying small things that make you feel good, so I wouldn't feel out of place. And yeah, it was very nice. I think that's going to be my week, trying on new stuff and not being good at it at the beginning, but having fun and reconnecting with my body. So I'll keep you posted. Well, hello again. From my looks, you can possibly guess that it is already after the workout of the second day, which is Tuesday. And today I went to a studio called Primal Moves Barcelona, if I'm not wrong. It's in Via Marina. Beautiful studio as well. Like, I'm honestly shocked between the yesterday one and today's. Like, they are super beautiful places. And I did a lesson called Moves. And we did like a lot of animal flow and strength training with our own bodies, a little bit like calisthenics. I think it's very nice, like when you do a sport that connects to the nature of your body and that shows you how many things you are capable of doing with your own body. So yeah, it was fun. But I have to say that my legs were burning, like completely burning at some point. But yeah, and I was sweating, so I can definitely say that this kind of workout can be considered as a strength training workout. Yeah. So now I'm going home and I'm going to buy some food because I'm starving. Yes. So yeah, I'll see you. Oli, ¿qué tal? So today it's Thursday, es jueves, and we'll keep trying new things. So yesterday on Wednesday, I was supposed to go to some place, but when I woke up, I was so sore, like my legs hurt a lot, and I think it was from Reformer Pilates on Monday. I know I said Reformer Pilates in a very Spanish way, but look, I'm Spanish, so that's my accent. There was an exercise on Monday that I really felt my legs, and on Tuesday when I was in the moves class, I was already feeling like, I'm feeling my legs a lot. So when I woke up yesterday, I just couldn't walk. And I had a very, very, very busy day at work, like a lot of meetings, a lot of them. And my mind was super crowded in the afternoon and I was feeling like very tired. So I decided that I would rest for the rest of the afternoon. So today it's Thursday. I've already finished working and I've got a lot of energy because I haven't moved from a chair in all day. So I feel that my body needs to move, but still my legs are like, not 100% there. So we're going to try something that I hope it's a little bit more chill than moves class on Tuesday, and it is called, I actually do not remember, let me check. I booked myself a class of reset and stretch yoga at a place called Frizzant, like frizzante in Italian, which means sparkling, but without the E at the end. The place looks nice. I've never done a reset and stretch yoga. I think it's going to be a variation of some kind of yoga. I don't know. Just from the name, it looks like something soft, that it's not going to be that hard or that it's not going to imply a lot of strength. But I have no idea. So I guess we'll go there and we'll see. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to film in class because, it is my first time going to these studios and I know no one. I'm going on my own and I do not want to be the weird girl filming herself all of the time. But tomorrow I've already booked myself for another class of an activity that I've already done in the past and that I know for sure that I can film in that class without feeling observed or weird because it's a normal thing to film during those classes. For now, let's go to yoga. By the way, if you have ever tried any of these activities, or if you have any recommendation, or you live in Barcelona and you know some nice studios that are available on WellHub, let me know, because I'm willing to try a lot of different things. I don't mind if it's like martial arts or if it is ballet. I'm up to anything. So if there's any activity or studio that you've already tried in Barcelona, please let me know in the comments, and I'm going to try that and show you, of course. Oli! So I am back from yoga. Now we are in my office. I don't know why. I just decided to film in here. You had never been here. Anyway, let's rate how the class and the space was. So the studio itself, it's behind the bar area of Frizzant. But the only thing is that I think they are on vacation. So the bar was closed. So when you walk in, you see like no one there, and it was like kind of dark. So I didn't have the best impression at first, but once you walk through the bar area, which was empty, there's the studio area and it's cute. It's not as cute as Edan Studios on Monday or as Vertical Movements that I went on Tuesday, but it is okay. It's a nice place to go. Class-wise, I liked it. I didn't love it. It was stretching yoga, so we did a lot of stretches and the focus was on our hip. I actually learned a couple of tips, but I did not love it. I did not get in the vibe, you know, because these kind of classes, you have to be super in the vibe. If you're in your head, you're not going to enjoy it or connect with your body as you should. In these kind of lessons, you have to connect a lot with your breathing. The instructor was actually counting more or less when we had to inhale or exhale. The only thing is that sometimes she would be correcting some of us, like our postures. So she wouldn't say when to inhale or exhale, so it was a little bit confusing. On Monday at Pilates, Joan Manel, the instructor of Monday, he was super conscious about the breathing, and all of the time he would be telling when you had to breathe in, when you had to breathe out, so you could connect your breathing to the movement. And I kind of lacked that in this session. Anyway, it was a good session. It was okay. And it was super useful to stretch a little bit my body, considering that I've spent all of the day sitting in front of my laptop working. So it's great for that. I do not consider it as a workout. Absolutely not. You need to do strength training, and even though there are some positions that you do a little bit of strength when you're doing yoga, like especially in some kind of yogas, but in this one that was a little bit more laid back and stretch focus. It is not a full workout and you need muscle to be healthy. So I would recommend doing this after strength workout or on your rest day or something like that. So it is not something that I'm going to do the day that I want to actually do a workout, but it's something that I can definitely look for one day that I want to keep myself a little bit active, or I want to move my body a little bit and I do not want to get super tired. Yeah, I think that would be a good choice, a nice occasion. There was, though, a nice thing that I enjoyed in this class, and it was an exercise that we did at the end. If you're not into yoga or like more oriental philosophies and stuff like that, if you're not into meditation, maybe this is going to sound like demasiado hierbas, okay? Porque es muy hierbas. And this is a Spanish expression. If you're Spanish, you're going to understand what I'm saying. And if not, I recommend you to look up for this, like, eres un hierbas, which means like, oh, you're very like super yogi, super woo, like that. Okay, what do I mean? Is that there was an exercise. I'm going to put the mic in here so I can actually show you. So the exercise consisted on creating heat with our hands like this, like warming up our hands. There were also sounds going on at the same time, so it's not a bunch of people doing like this in a room. There's like a context. It was at the end, after having like cooled down already, we had to create heat with our hands, and then we kind of put it like this in our face, in our ears, in our throats, our heart, stomach, pelvic area. And I don't know, this is weird, but I kind of felt something, because I think it's a very nice exercise to bring awareness to different parts of your body. She called it like, bring the light to your eyes. And I was like, what light? No? But really, I felt something, and I felt myself lighter after doing that, so it was kind of relieving. That's a nice thing about trying things that you do not know and being super skeptical and going there with an open mind, so you can actually observe anything. And yeah, that was a good exercise that I actually think I can implement whenever I'm stressed. I'm going to the bathroom, like if I'm in the office or at home in my bed. I'm just going to create a little bit of warmth with my hands, and then put it in my eyes, in my ears, in my throat, in my heart, in my stomach, and in my pelvic area. And maybe that helps me relax. I don't know. Well, that was a review for this activity. And tomorrow I'm going to try something new again. So tomorrow is going to be actually a dance class. And I'm going to repeat studio. I will go to Edan Studio. So I'll talk to you tomorrow and tell you more about it. Now it's time to eat a little bit, have a lovely shower, and go to sleep. Okay, good night. Hello! So it is Friday, as I told you yesterday. Today I'm going to a dance class, a heels class. You know, the kind of dance that you wear these kind of shoes. So I've already tried this in the past, like a couple of weeks ago. I enrolled myself in a kind of intensive course, which was like 4 heels lessons. But I was so sad because I missed the last one because something happened and I couldn't make it to the last one. And I got so pissed off because the last one was the one that we would put together all the choreography and also like make the videos and everything, and I missed that opportunity, and I felt like I still want to do heels. So when I saw that there were available like heel lessons on this membership that I have, I said, okay, I have to try that. So I am going now to Edan Studios to do my first lesson there. I'm not an expert, I'm not a dancer, like I have no technique, I am just very good at copying people. So I'll try to do that today. And as I have lost my knee pads, which I don't understand because I even had 2 pairs because I also use them in pole dancing. I said, okay, I've lost them. I know I'm going to hurt my knees, but just to prevent the burns on my knees, I'm just going to wear a jumpsuit. So this is the fit. Yeah, maybe you can see it from here. Not super good. This is a jumpsuit from Oysho. I really like the back. Sometimes I feel a little bit self-conscious with this jumpsuit because it is so snatched, you know, that your body weight fluctuates, and mine has changed a lot since last year when I used to work out a lot. The shape of my body has changed and I can see everything in this jumpsuit, and I can see my tummy like sticking out more than it used to, but we are embracing ourselves, so I am going to wear it just because I like it. And, you know, I have to love my body, so I'm just bringing my body to do something that I really love and that feels very good, which is dancing. So we're not going to care today if our tummy is not flat. Like, come on, ladies, we can do better than that, all right? So just let's enjoy ourselves. So yeah, I'm going to go because I think I'm going to be late and we don't want that. I'll see you there. Ciao belle, it is time for the last place to review, and I think it's going to be the fanciest place I've ever gone to have a workout. So I am not trying any new activity, I'm just trying this new place, and I'm not saying it now, but just stick to the video because I'm going to share it with you right away. So yeah, let's go! Oli oli! The time to review all of the studios of this week has arrived. I'm going to do a small ranking about all of the places that I've gone this week. If you've made it to this point of the vlog, you will know that this week I've gone to 4 different studios in Barcelona, and in one I repeated because I tried 2 different activities. So to do this small ranking, I'm going to start from the bottom and go all the way up to the top. I'll rank number 4, and this might be a little bit controversial, the W Hotel. Why does it get the 4th place? Because the W Hotel is one of the most iconic hotels in Barcelona, so expectations are super high. What happened to me yesterday is that I went there with my scooter and they wouldn't even let me inside the hotel with the scooter. So that scooter, you can fold it, I can leave it in the locker room. I do that in different studios. And if not, come on, it's a hotel, a 5-star hotel. I know you've got the place to leave the trolley, so why wouldn't you let me leave that, which occupies less than a trolley, if I have all the right to go inside the hotel? So that pissed me off a little bit. The security guy told me that he wouldn't let me in with that, which I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do right now? He said that in the parking lot there were spots so I could leave it, so I went there, of course, and actually there were none, but he usually does that so people don't bother him. Because that's what the guy from the parking told me, and he told me that there was no place to leave the scooter, but as a favor he would keep it for me, so thank you, guy from the parking. But that was like an inconvenience. If you're letting me in with a trolley, why wouldn't you let me in with that? So I found that rule ridiculous, and that already pissed me off a little bit. And then when I went inside, there was a party going on, so the receptionists were super busy. They kindly guided me to an elevator and said that when the doors open, I should just follow the signals because the gym was being renovated. So they had a provisional area to work out. And it wasn't until the end that I asked the cleaning person that where was the locker room so I could change. So I had to do the workout with all of my stuff, like the bag and everything. I was already changed, but not knowing where the bathroom was or anything. Anyway, I know that was provisional. They are renovating it. I don't know what to say about the scooter. Maybe next time I'll go without it. And yeah, maybe at some other day the people will be more welcoming because there will be no super huge line waiting to go inside the hotel. So It wasn't that bad. The gym was super small because it was only 2 provisional rooms, but it was alright because it has like towel service and also like water and drinks and everything. So that was fine, and the views from the gym were nice. Like you could see the sea from the gym, which was nice. But of course, like it's one of the best hotels in Barcelona, but it gets the number 4 because my experience wasn't great. I just could do like a regular workout in my gym next to my place, and it would have been the same because experience wasn't that great at all. But well, I'll give it a try at some point. Moving on to my top 3. Number 3 is Frizzant. So the studio was very nice, but as I told you as well, the bar area was closed. So when I went in, it was like all super dark and there was no one. Wait, there's an ambulance going on. So when I walked inside Frizzant, all of it was closed, so it was very dark and there was no one to welcome you. I just felt like really lost at the beginning, and then there were some things in the class that I would have appreciated a little bit more of attention to new people in the class, or like guiding you more with your breathing so you can really connect with your body. But I know that it is very difficult being an instructor and having like new people all of the time. So it was a good experience and the place looks nice. I'm going to give it a try another time. Definitely. It's like super close to my place, by the way. Even though if it's number 3, I just went to 4. All of the rest are better, like this time, than the W Hotel. So I'm rating like very nice studios here, okay, in Barcelona. Come on, let's be honest. Like, even though it's not the number 1, it is a nice place to go. So moving up to number 2, here it's a little bit more difficult because 1 and 2, I did have like great experience in both of them. But on number 2, I'm going for Primal Moves, which is in Carrer Marina, in Street Marina. I really love that studio. I think it's beautiful. Like, only the space, it's beautiful. During the day they also have like a cafe and you can sit there and have a coffee. It was huge and it had a lot of light, but if you're a member you also have access to the sauna and also to ice bath, which I think it's very, very nice. So definitely it's a place that I recommend, and I think that the kind of workouts you can do there, which are like Primal Moves, calisthenics or handstands, are workouts that are amazing for your body. So yeah, I would do that. But I would say, like, I had to say a but, I lacked the instructor introducing himself. You know, like when you go to a place, even though if you're with a membership, like I work in marketing, so I pay a lot of attention to these things. But if I'm going to a place, if you want to give me the sensation of quality, you have to personalize the experience for everyone. So if you know it is my first time, you're going to say, oh, hello, oh, you're Clara, I see that it's written your name in the system. So hello Clara, how are you doing? I am blah blah blah, like whatever name. So I already know the person and I've got someone that I know and I'm going to feel safe and know that I'm welcome in that space. And it was a little bit impersonal, everything, because no one talked to me during all the class. Like only at the beginning the instructor say to the new people, oh, we're going to do this and that. And that was it in all of the class. And I missed a little bit of like personal touch to it. But come on, we were like 25 of us, so it's very difficult for one person to be able to talk to everyone. I would say it was an amazing experience anyway, so I'm going to be there again for sure. Like, I really recommend it. And of course, my first one, my top one, was Edan Studios. I actually do not know if it's pronounced Edan or Edan. I don't know, I'm Spanish, so I'm going to pronounce it Edan. I went there on Monday with Joan Manel to do Reformer Pilates for the first time. And then I went back on Friday to do dance class, like heels class, with a girl called Judith. So, small review of the class on Friday. The choreo wasn't a lot my style, because there was a little bit of twerking there. And I'm not that kind of girl. I'm a stick. I do not know how to move my booty like that. But even though it wasn't my style, I enjoyed it a lot because the instructor, Judith, she put in a lot of energy and she would try to talk to us all of the time. Like, hey girls, how are we feeling? Do you want to repeat this? Are we going to try that? And in a very easy way, she was also teaching us the technique because all of us, we were having that class for the first time. Okay, so we were all newbies. Like some of us had already danced before. Like I just had done like 4 classes before that. For others, like they had been dancing for years. And for others, it was the first dance class ever. But she was like amazing. She managed to teach technique and at the same time the whole choreo in one lesson, in 1 hour, and making us enjoy it and feel confident with ourselves. So I think that is an amazing thing to achieve. So congratulations to that girl. Like she did amazing. But for me, what made Dance Studios be the best of the studios that I've tried this week, but I have to say that I've ever tried in Barcelona, was Joan Manel on Monday doing Reformer Pilates. It has been a really long time since I haven't met someone that is able to pay attention to everyone in the class, correct everyone in the class, be close to people, so making us feeling heard and seen and confident. So you know that you're doing the exercises well, that there is nothing in the machine that is missing because he was checking. Sometimes I've found instructors like that okay, they pay a lot of attention and so you feel like you are talking to someone, but maybe they are not that technical or maybe they are a little bit boring. And this guy could manage to also be like very technical and explain us exactly the technique, especially connecting the movement with the breathing. And I think that he did an amazing job there. And he was also fun. So yeah, like I think that he did an amazing job. And that's why I rate him in the class at that studio, like top studio in the city for me so far, best studio in Barcelona. And he was an amazing instructor. I know there's another one called Paula on Tuesdays instead of Mondays, and a colleague of mine goes with her, so I will be trying her as well. But I will try to book myself more classes with Joan Manel. And I realized that I'm not the only one that likes that instructor because most of the classes with him are already booked for 1 week. So I had to book my classes with him in advance if I want to go again with him. So yeah, and that is it for this week. I'm going to keep trying new places, new studios here in Barcelona, and if I can, I'm going to be sharing them with you. It's been fun trying all of these studios and trying new activities, like completely out of my comfort zone. I had never done Pilates. I had barely done heels before. I'm still sore, like my neck is still sore from all of the movements that we did. I had never done like a moves class, like Primal Moves. I had never done that kind of yoga. And it has been very nice, like going to new places, discovering a little bit more of the city. And the best of all is that my company pays half of it. So I'm going to keep trying more places. And yeah, that was it. I'll see you next week. And thank you for being here. And if you made it to this point of the video, I would really appreciate if you could leave a comment, like the video, or like subscribe to the video. It would mean the world to me. Eso es todo. Nos vemos la semana que viene y muchísimas gracias por llegar hasta aquí, ¿vale? Un besito enorme. Que vaya muy bien.